Hey, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked. And right now I have a news update for March 29th, 2023. And this is about more train derailments. As an update from our last news update about train derailments, which was a little more than a month ago. So 2 more trains have derailed in America, one in North Dakota and the other in California over the span of like 10 hours on Sunday to Monday. Like boom, boom.
Wow.
Yeah, the first one happened in Windermere, North Dakota on Sunday, March 26th at 11:15 p.m. And that was running on the Canada Pacific Rail. 31 out of 70 cars derailed, and the cause that they are saying it is because of a broken rail.
So it wasn't the bearing this time. No, it was a broken rail.
A broken rail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So what was leaked was, 31 out of 70 cars derailed, and 7 cars had chemicals on them. And they were the byproducts to make antifreeze and liquid asphalt. Different sources had different names for antifreeze and liquid asphalt. It was petroleum, propylene, which is extremely flammable, and it's a gas, so it's like a vapor that just goes out into the air.
Oh, no.
Ethylene glycol, which is odorless and a flammable liquid. So they just kind of named different byproducts of ultimately antifreeze and liquid asphalt.
Yeah. And
it was 7 out of the 31 cars did have this on the cars.
So they had the toxic chemicals.
Those ones,
7 of them.
Yeah. Luckily they said it's a minimal threat due to how cold and snowy the weather was. It produced no fire, even though it was super flammable, but because it was all snowy, there was no fire.
Well, that's good. At least it would happen in an area that was like snowy, not like a forest or a dry desert.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or during the summertime.
Yeah. Like
any other time.
Yeah.
So there's to help with the cleanup, they're just allowing the chemicals to just kind of chill because it's not spreading because of the snow, and the snow is actually solidifying it.
Oh, okay.
It's like freezing it.
Well, that's
good. Yeah, it's like the best case scenario. So in 7 to 10 days, all of it will be frozen and cleaned up. So right now they just keep taking chunks away as they can.
Okay.
As it's becoming frozen and solidifying, they're like taking away some.
Sure.
There's minimal harm to the earth and nature, but some
because of the snow protecting it.
Yeah,
and it's
so
not seeping down
it's frozen before it gets in there.
Oh, that's good.
But some of the antifreeze did go into the soil that they know of.
Oh no.
So once the snow melts, they're gonna have to go in and just take out the bad soil.
Like investigate, so they don't know how deep they're gonna have to go or whatever yet.
I think they're saying that it's not that big of a deal. That they'll just, it's just a little cleanup and everything will be fine. That it's not that bad. So as of now, it's all good and it's solidifying. Everything is fine. It's just fucking weird that all these trains are derailing, right?
It's really weird, but I have a question for you. What about the vapors going? I know it's like odorless. What about going into the atmosphere? It's just gonna dissipate. It's just gonna slowly just.
I guess they didn't really go into it. It was really weird trying to find information on this. Mm-hmm. And I'll list my sources, and you guys are gonna be like, "Why did you go to so many sources and get 0 information?" And just trying to get any information, it's like everybody has closed lips on it.
Yeah, they don't want to. Probably because there's been so many, they don't want to They don't want to draw too much attention to it. They just want to say, "Hey, this happened," and kind of sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, it's
they don't want it to be. They want to minimize it.
Yeah, I think so. And because of that, it's spiking my interest even more so. But I did find an article on trains.com written by Bill Stevens, and it was dated October 27th, 2020.
Oh.
So 3 years ago. And it said, Canadian Pacific is developing a new homegrown system that can detect broken rails in dark territory at a fraction of the cost of installing centralized traffic control. Keith Creel, the CEO of Canadian Pacific, went on the record saying, quote unquote, if a rail were to break, we're going to know before the train finds it in this dark territory.
Oh, wow. So then why didn't they detect
why didn't they know if they're already doing this 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago?
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
That's very interesting because it makes you either think like that their system is flawed and it's not as good as they think it is, or they knew this was going to happen and they're just like, whoopsie, like,
let it go.
Oh, well.
I don't know why. It makes no sense. So that happened at 11:50 or 11, was it 11:50 that I said?
Something p.m., like 11.
Yeah, 11:15 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So then fast forward to 8:30 a.m. In California on Monday, March 27th, Union Pacific Railway had 55 cars and 2 locomotives derail more than 80 miles an hour.
Oh, wow, that's fast.
Do you know why? Because they called it a runaway train. There was no crew, no passengers, no nothing.
What?
Because the crew jumped.
They jumped?
They jumped and ran. And
oh, that must have been pretty serious. They had to.
And so the statement is uncontrolled train movement.
So the brakes, they couldn't even stop it with brakes?
Nobody knows.
They just jumped ship.
They just jumped. And these were carrying iron ore, which isn't hazardous. And there was nothing hazardous on board. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're not even allowed to barely have gas here. And you're not allowed to have diesel here barely. Like,
were they going to crash into something? Like, why? I don't understand.
The reason why they were going so fast and stuff is because they were going down a hill. But and this happened in, where's the Mojave National Preserve east of Barstow.
This is in California.
Yeah,
Mojave.
California, yeah. It was in Kelso, California, southbound train. So it's headed towards like LA, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that's why I was like joking, like, oh my gosh, like they're not even allowed to have anything chemicals because Gavin Newsom is like making all the chemicals go. We're not even allowed to have plastic bags or straws or anything.
But I'm really intrigued in this one because they jumped off.
So iron ore is used for the production of manufacturing steel. So what do I think of with steel? Like just manufacturing like steel bars and stuff.
It's going to affect the price
It's going to affect the price. So in about 6 months, the price of raw steel for my shop is going to skyrocket again. And in about 8 months to a year, whatever consumers buy that is steel will fucking skyrocket. That's all that means. So, to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not okay. So, there was a small leak that, because of the locomotive, had like gas and stuff in it, you know?
In the California one?
In the California one, there was a small leak, and so there was a small fire, but they had the fire out by 11:20 a.m. So, it's like no big deal. The train tracks have been fixed, and the Union Pacific and Federal Railroad Administration is looking for a cause. There is no cause so far. They have no idea what happened.
So could it be operational error? Like
they're saying no.
No.
They're saying no, but they don't know what happened.
Well, then if they can't say no if they don't know what happened.
I
mean, I'm just trying to.
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
No,
like,
it is so weird that all of these train things, and then I found out that the same thing carrying the same company carrying iron ore. It happened in December 2022 as well. So, like, 4 months ago. And we didn't hear about that. Trains are literally derailing left and fucking right. Like, whenever I'm Googling all this stuff, so it's like, they just don't even care anymore. They're just like, train derailed, we're good. Like, what the fuck? Isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
It's all so weird, and why,
I don't understand how it's happening so much.
Like, I don't...
Why is it happening?
Doesn't seem like it's a normal thing. Let me go through my sources really quickly so then I can so you guys can see how many fucking sources I use to get zero information because everybody has closed, sealed mouths on this. So, a Valley News Live article named How Dangerous Are the Chemicals Spilled in Windmere Train Derailment by Bailey Hurley, March 28th, 2023. News article, Guardian, headline, train carrying hazardous materials derails in North Dakota by J. Oliver Conroy, March 27, 2023. Inform.com, broken rail, blame for causing hazardous train derailment in Richland County, March 27, 2023 by Matt Henson. And ABC News, train carrying iron ore derails in San Bernardino County, California by Teddy Grant, March 27, 2023. LA Times, runaway train carrying iron ore derails in San Bernardino. Hazmat now responding. Does it say now? It looks like it says oven. I can't read my own.
It probably says now because they're probably responding now to the spilled chemical toxic waste.
This is like my chicken scratch handwriting. I don't know what it says. Anyways, Hazmat now responding. Noah Goldberg, 3/27/23. WSWS.org. 2 massive train derailments in the U.S. in the span of 12 hours by Alex Findish, 3/27/23. So that is like how many sources? Like 6, 7, and that is as much information as I got. Like, everybody's keeping, like nobody knows anything.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they're still investigating it, so there's not really much yet. It's just kind of
there's
like,
no
hey,
statements.
This happened.
Yeah.
And if the ice in the first one, the Canadian, like the train from Canada, it is containing it, so at least it's like self-contained in a sense from the ice solidifying
but
it.
Like the same
the California one,
they just did this in December 2022. They just did this 4 months ago. Why is it happening again?
I don't know, but it's
like they need to get their shit together. Yeah. Like, what is wrong with them? Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
And the one in California is the same company as the Ohio one, right?
No.
Oh, separate.
They're all separate. So Ohio was a Norfolk something.
Oh wow! So they're all separate. So all the trains
have lost. They're all just everyone is fucked up. I thought it was funny though, the North Dakota one, that the guy literally was like, "Yeah, with this new technology, this will never happen." Then 3 years later,
so I'm like, it's flawed. Obviously,
something went wrong in your life. Like, what happened?
It's obviously flawed, or it is not flawed, and they're just like, oh well, they stage this for whatever reason. I don't know for what. Maybe whoever is going to make money off of the steel. I don't know, like, or whatever.
I don't know. I wonder if that's what it is for here because it's happening so often. I wonder if it is like the steel companies or something like that are trying to like up the price or someone is trying to sabotage steel, so we use some sort of different material, or they're trying to sabotage the company that's making like the steel mills. Like, there's so many different ways, like political ways to go about this.
You gotta follow
the money. So
who's gonna benefit from this train derailment or the train derailments? Like, how is that gonna benefit? Like,
who does it benefit?
And how? Money, financial gain, what? I don't know.
Either like financial gain or like trying to bring down that company because they're so flawed, or trying to stop that company, the steel mill, from like producing steel mill could even go as far as like, so they can't produce steel mill for like this like vape company, or like, you know what I mean, like,
or what if there's another steel company and they're in competition, so they're like competition fucking up their train, like they pay somebody to go out there and fuck it up, so then that way they derail and then people have to buy theirs.
Yeah, there's so many different ways it could go. So
it can go like,
it's so weird that there's so many train derailments. Like, I didn't realize that there's so many, and there's been massive ones. I was looking at it in was it 2003? Or 2002? There was a really bad one in California as well. So like, this has been going on probably since the dawn of trains. But
then you have to think about like, how old is our railroad?
So I was starting to think that too, like, because
how long ago were they built? Like the 1800s sometime, right?
Yeah, so, and like cars only go for 150,000 miles, most of them. Like 100,000 is really when they start breaking down. What if we've hit that point for railroads, like they all need to be like redone because they've hit their 100-year mark or whatever? And how often do they rebuild the track? I mean, I guess they're constantly having to like fix the tracks, like they would have to fix like a pothole in the road, or like, you know, like they constantly have to do work on them. Did you know that Golden Gate Bridge is 24/7 being painted? I did know that. Did you know that? Yeah, so they because they have to paint it red because it's anti whatever it is, but because it keeps it from rusting and like rotting out. But by the time that they get so it needs to be painted like once every 2 years or something, right? Mm-hmm. But by the time that they get to the end, over here, in the beginning, it's already been 2 years, and it's time to do it over again. And they just keep doing it over and over. Talk about job security. Yeah, right? And just like, oh my God, going crazy, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Well, Bob, they've got to go back to the front again.
I know,
like,
but
woohoo! We finished painting the bridge. All right, Joe, let's have a celebration party and get right back to the beginning again. Like, what the fuck?
But what about I guess you cannot be afraid of heights, for sure.
Oh no, I'm petrified of heights now. There was a time. Oh my goodness! Look, we need baseboards.
Well, we can't have baseboards yet. We're in our new studio, by the way.
Oh yeah, you guys don't know that yet because we said it on the other.
Is this episode going to air before today. Or after the other one? This is going to air today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We need to do a little update. So
okay, wait, no, stop, wait. Let's put it in, okay. Well, let's put it in the beginning.
We're already here, though.
Okay, fine.
We're already here, people. Just for the record, we don't really edit anything. We just record.
We just go,
and then sometimes we'll stop and look things up, or we'll reverse a little bit and rewind.
And be like, okay, that sounded really stupid. So as much as we sound stupid, we do sound more stupid sometimes, and we're like, okay, we're crossing the line now.
I mean, it's only if you get our humor. Then sometimes we feel like, maybe
not everybody will get it. So, anyways, yeah. So we have been working on the studio. My husband has been working on it for 2 weeks, and it is almost done. Done enough to where we can be in it, and the roof has the soundproofing panels. The 3 of the walls do. We're just missing 1 wall. We need to get the carpet on the floor,
baseboards,
and definitely some baseboards because there's I feel like there's gonna be stuff coming out of it.
There's nothing that's gonna come out of it.
You don't think so?
It's not a hole to the other side of the wall. It's just it's just missing the plaster right there.
Okay, I don't know.
Or drywall or whatever.
It's not what I like. I don't like to look at it. But anyways, and we have a couch and a TV and a coffee table, and we need to get a bookshelf and stuff like that. But yeah, we're getting all cozy, comfy in here. So
and we have a light.
We have a light with a fan that he put in for us.
And a TV.
Yeah.
And a monitor.
TV. We're so excited. So this is going to be our home base. And we're going to sound better. And we are so excited that you guys have stuck with us. And you guys are watching us grow and become the best podcasters ever. Trying to be. So, yeah. Email us. Love us. Like us. Follow us.
Conspiracies Unlocked at gmail.com, and we are Conspiracies Unlocked on all platforms, including TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Clapper. Have you heard of Clapper? Clapper.
What's Clapper?
It's a new one. I just saved the name. There's nothing on there yet.
Oh my god.
And you can't put anything with watermarks, people, so it's a little, but we'll see how it goes.
Clapper. It sounds like somebody's getting an STD.
It's a new. I don't know. It's because it's yay! You did a good job, Clapper. You're clapping for them.
Isn't the clap chlamydia?
I don't know.
I think the clap was an 80s term for chlamydia.
Hasn't that been eradicated now with vaccines?
I don't know if it has been, but I wouldn't name an app Clapper.
I would hope. Well, I added Clapper because actually my sister's there's this new social media in case TikTok gets put down, because right now they're trying to ban TikTok in America. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, they're having all of these CEO and the
oh
CEO
my God, people
is
are so crazy.
And
they fucking just let people be.
No, they think that it's spyware for China.
Oh.
So my sister's if TikTok gets shut down, she's try Clapper. And then I posted one video and they took it off because they're there was a watermark because I used one from TikTok. And I'm well, that's what everybody does. You just make them on TikTok, CapCut, Instagram, and then you post them everywhere. They don't like when you do that.
That's very annoying. I don't know anything about that, but that sounds like a really annoying problem for you.
Yeah, I don't know how to remove watermarks. I'm not that advanced. Okay.
I feel very sorry for you. That sounds like
a
maybe
really don't trial go on that one.
Tribulation.
As you can tell, I'm learning social media as well.
I did. I saw a meme that was we might have to shut down TikTok, and then someone else was but all the influencers will lose their jobs, and the first dude was well, don't give me a reason to do it. Trying to be like, good, they shouldn't have a job or whatever. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
They'll just move to another platform.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was like a reason for it. Maybe Facebook will come back. I love Facebook.
Facebook is the OG.
Yeah, like I know how to use it. Even Instagram, I can kind of use. Did you notice I've been on that more lately?
I'm proud
of you.
Like
the past 2 days.
Okay, so I will say that the algorithm is much better on TikTok. I don't know what it is, but I post something on TikTok, and I never, ever, ever use TikTok. And I post something on TikTok, and like within 10 minutes, it has like 200 views and like 50 likes. I'll post the same exact video on Instagram. It gets like 100 views and like 20 likes. And I have like over 3,000 followers on Instagram, and TikTok we have like 10. So it's like, or 12
No, that's opposite. TikTok is 3,000.
No. TikTok only has like 10.
We have 3,000 followers?
No, I'm talking about my personal one.
You have 3,000 followers?
I have like 3,500 followers on Instagram.
Oh my god, you're like...
That's not really a lot.
Oh,
like,
it isn't?
Influencers, you have to have 10,000 followers to even be able to, like,
But you're like anything. A third of the way there, Heather.
I mean, it's okay. I'm just saying...
I have like 20 or 50 or 100. Saying, like,
I don't know. I really don't care about how many followers I have and how many likes and all of that. But when it comes to the podcast, I do, because it's like a business. It's like, hey, like, listen to our podcast,
Yeah,
and
it's just like a game.
And then, like, it's a numbers game for sure.
Yeah.
But then the thing is like, I will post the exact same TikTok or, reel or whatever, short, on all the different platforms. By far, TikTok is like the fastest at getting.
You were showing me that too. There. Yeah, within 10 minutes, we have as many as we would after 24 hours of views or likes or
and
whatever.
And that's only with like, at the time, the first one I posted, we only had 7 followers, and we already had that many likes and follows and shares and stuff. And so it's just like their algorithm is so much like faster. I don't know what it is, but it's just, that's why people like TikTok, because your stuff gets out there so much faster.
So TikTok, they want to shut down because they think the Chinese are spying on us. Mm-hmm. What about Instagram, Facebook, all the other stuff? I mean, Facebook, I guess, is here.
TikTok is owned by a Chinese CEO.
Okay,
and all of their legal stuff is in China. Like, all of their, like...
But so is fucking Nintendo.
I don't know who developed TikTok, though, but I know, like, the CEO and the legal part of it is in China.
But isn't Nintendo the same way?
But they believe that with TikTok, that the questions they were asking was, like, when you try to use the TikTok app at home and you connect to your Wi-Fi... Does the Wi-Fi give you other information about, like, the other devices, like the other apps and information on the phone? Like, they believe that somehow TikTok has encrypted, or I don't even know if that's the right word, into the app, that as soon as you open the app, they can see all your stuff on your phone and all of your information.
Probably because you allow it, because you're like, they ask you, do you allow pictures? Do you allow photos? Do you allow contact information to be shared? They ask you. Yeah. Just say no. Yeah. It's just like the drugs in the 90s. Just say no.
But I think it goes deeper than even that.
Yeah, probably it has to.
But well, because honestly, it's all the technical stuff is way above me. But this is just what I've heard, like, on the TikTok.
Technology is definitely like a double-edged sword. Like, it's really good for one like, for like keeping up with things instantly, but then on the other end, it's like really easy to stalk people, like other countries spying and stuff like that. And like, technology is great, but people are like getting into like baby cameras and webcams. Like, look, we have a camera right there. There could be somebody watching us like right now.
If they can hack into the camera.
Yeah. And all they have to do is hack into our Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. And they would want to. Hopefully they wouldn't want to. But yeah, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, like, technology is crazy. So
it's crazy good, though.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah. Okay,
so
with that being said, follow us on TikTok.
Follow us everywhere. Like us, love us, email us, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Thank you.
Bye.